So take it at the spatula, slide one side, and then halfway from your leg, just apply very thinly, as though you're scraping your skin out. Can you see how thinly the application is? And you take your strip. Now, are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? So place the strip, the top part, and leave enough room at the bottom. Press it down. Now, this is quite important. It's pulling the strip, how you pull the strip. If you pull the strip at a 90 degrees, you will find that you're going to break the hair and you won't get the product out very cleanly. So you do it at a parallel angle. So I'm pulling the skin up here at the top and holding the strip at a parallel angle and just flicking it. Everybody got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. I think we did. Oh my God.
What did you guys think about any pain?
I didn't think it was that painful, to be honest. You like.
Yeah, but I think it's just,
yeah.
it's like, you know, it's gonna,
It's the first pull, but it actually wasn't that painful, to be honest.
yeah, but
Yes.
imagine expecting it to be worse.
Yeah.
It's smooth,
So-
though.
Yeah. It actually worked really well.
Yeah. It's so easy.
It is, it is all about how you pull the strip.
Yeah.
Because it's a product which is natural, it will adhere to the hair. Because usually pain is always related to a wax-based product, because a wax is a formulated from chemicals, and it's like a glue. So when it sticks to the hair, it sticks to the skin as well. And when you pull, it pulls your skin, and that's where the trauma comes, because of the strength of it's like a glue-like.
Yeah.
And this is more like a plaster. So if we can compare, different, why it is painful when you use a wax, it's because of the way the skin is being pulled. And once you get the hang of this, you will be able to see that how easy it is to reach areas. So for example, if you're doing your knees, you do it in 3 different sections. Try from here, the middle part, and here. Now, if you're going up your legs, you will find that, when you're doing upper legs, try and do it in small patches rather than a large patch, because it's easier to pull the strip in smaller patches. The other thing is that if you're doing your bikini line, so I always suggest that you always put your leg, I'll just turn it around. So I've got my leg here, and you apply the product, but don't try and pull the skin with this hand. Pull the skin up the upper part of your, the bikini line. So rather than putting your hand here, pull your hand here. And with the other hand, just pull the strip. What happens that when you put your hand here, it comes in the way, and you will never be able to, get the strip as well as your hand is going to be in your way. So upper part, and just flick the strip. I usually use a mirror to see where I'm applying the product when I'm doing my bikini line. So, if you have a mirror in front of you, that will give you a much easier way of application. So that's one of the things that I always find that it's useful. Now, if you want to do, for example, your arms, again, stretch it out, but try and put your arm on a table or rest it. So you are able to pull the strips much easily. Otherwise, if you got your arm and you've got the product, it makes it a bit, tricky. So you can turn your arm, apply the product to areas, and you can reach them much more easily. The other most common area you find that if you're doing your underarms. So underarms can be quite tricky because it's stretching again. stretching the skin, keeping it taut will give you a better finish and will remove hair much more effectively. So usually, you know, when you do your underarm, you put your arm like that. Now, if you do it at this angle, you will see your skin won't be very taut and you will find it difficult to pull. So make sure that you get your arm straight right at the back so you get a much better stretch and easier to pull. So, I mean, you'll probably see that you get hairs at the bottom, you get hairs at the top. Again, look into the mirror, talk this area thoroughly because this is where you perspire. So talk and make sure it's free of, again, oil or any deodorants, and stretch your arm and just do it in small, you know, apply along the hair growth and pull it against. And similarly, if you're doing your upper lip, you can cut your strips into smaller sections like this and do it in 3 sections rather than just apply it in one and pulling it. It pulls the skin, and the upper lip is quite, you don't want to end up, you know, pulling the skin where the muscle is, the skin's very sensitive. So take a strip and do it and flick it in 3 sections. So there's this part, the middle part, and here at the top lip. And that's how you would do it with probably a small spatula. And yeah, you can use on any areas that, you know, on the face. If you want to do it on the sides, just cut the strips to make sure that you get enough room to pull the hairs. Any other questions?
For the strips, you can wash them. How do you get the wax off? What do you need to do?
All right, okay, so I've got a bowl of hot water here. So I'm going to soak my strip
Oh, that's good. How many times?
and just leave it in there. And you will see. It will just dissolve. All the sugar syrup will just dissolve. And there you go, it's clean. Just stretch it. I usually put it on the top of the radiator so it's straight again to be reused. And there you go. And finish off the treatment with an after spray. If you feel that, you know, you're feeling a bit sore, do a cold compress to the area and spray it with, this has got witch hazel and bergamot. So that will calm the skin and take any residue or any tackiness that is left. So it's not like a wax that, you know, you can sometimes feel your skin's very tacky and you can't put your jeans or your tights back. This will wipe away any residue that's on your skin. Which product have you guys got? Have you all got a different one?
A leg waxing one.
Okay. With the rose hip. Yeah. The red one?
Yeah.
Okay. And so have you, so for us, it's trying, you know, if you think about, do you wax or do you usually, what do you use for your removing hair?
I usually, if I go on holiday, sometimes I'll get my legs waxed, but usually I just shave. But I
Okay.
don't like shaving that much.
It
I get,
irritates your skin.
yeah, like ingrown hairs and stuff like that. Like I much rather wax, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what the message that I